All right, now that we've got the base drawn, we're going to come back in here and we're going to put in the countersink, the counter bore, and also that little through hole that's in the side. I don't know which one I want to start with first. Let's see. We're just going to go ahead and let's go ahead and do that countersink now. I'm going to actually, to get that countersink, let's pull this little sketch back over here. Let's look at that countersink. So remember that countersink has two different diameters to it. It's got one is a diameter of 0.5. The second one has a diameter of 2. So that 0.5 goes all the way through it. That 2 is the countersink itself. But remember it says 82 degrees. So that's not super helpful here. I don't know. I can't draw anything at 82 degrees. I'm already at an angle. I'm an isometric. So we're going to take that information. We already have it drawn out. This is a perfect example of why we want to draw these things in multi-view right now. I'm going to turn off my dimensions command just so as not to confuse you guys. Yeah, so we're going to come over here. Let's come to where it's visible in this section view. So remember, we've got this one is a diameter of 1.5. This one is a diameter of 2. What we don't have, that is never given to us, is the depth of this right here. So we're just going to come into this view and we'll measure it and we're going to find out. And so let's figure it out. I have, oh my gosh, look at that, 2.2876. That's a crazy depth, but that's whatever it turns out to be. So we're going to remember that number, 0.2876. So we're going to come over here. We're going to draw these iso circles. So let's come back over here and I'm going to do I for iso circle. I want them to be concentric. The center O snap isn't showing up for me, but it will if I just kind of hover now to that iso circle. It's giving me the center of that iso circle. Remember F5 to get to toggle to the one that we want, which is iso top. And this time it's asking me for a radius. I know the diameter, so I'm going to type in D, enter for diameter, and we're going to make it a diameter of 1.50. All right, that's good. We're going to do one more of those. Right here. Oops, I for iso circle, almost got me. And this one, we're going to do a diameter, de-enter, and then we're going to type in 2, or I could have just done a radius of 1. All right, so this is good. We've got just our 2 circles drawn. Y'all, this is so easy. Watch this. We're just going to pan over because I have already forgotten what that number was. Did you remember it? 0.2876. So we're going to come over here. We're going to take that smallest circle. We're going to do the move command. Only this. Enter. Wherever, it doesn't even matter where you choose as your base point. You could choose out here if you wanted to. We're just going to move it down and we're going to type in 0.2, oh my gosh, was it 876? All right, that's it. I'm going to go trim and I have myself a countersink. How easy was that? Boom, done. That is beautiful. Look at that fine looking countersink. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to work on our counter bore. So the dimensions that we have, I'll move this back over here again. The dimensions that we have for our counter bore, remember we've got a diameter of 0.812. We've got a counter bore that has a bigger diameter of 1.812, so it's a little confusing there. And then that one has a depth of 1.86. So a couple of ways that you can do this in isometric. I'll just move this over here. Kind of going back and forth. We're going to come back over here. Lots of iso circles. I enter. It wants the center, and I don't really have a good geometric center that I can snap to. So I'm going to do my fancy temporary O snap. I'm going to press the shift button down, right click, and I get this temporary O snap menu. So I'm going to say mid between 2 points. I'll click here diagonally, and it's giving me the midpoint between those two. Again, F5 till I get to the iso circle that I want. And this one is going to be a, what is it, diameter, de-enter, 0.8, type it, 0.812. Looking good. Now I'm going to do another iso circle. I for iso circle. This time I don't have to do my fancy shift right click temporary O snap mid between 2 points. I can just snap to the center of this circle. So looking good. And this one has a diameter of 1.812. Yep, that looks good. So we're going to take these two circles and we're going to copy them down. And so remember that depth of that counter bore is 0.816. So I can do my copy command. I'm going to take both of those circles, which is a little bit silly. I'm going to erase this top circle in just a second, but oh snap, anywhere, it doesn't really matter where you grab it. When I do this, I need to do my F5, but remember I always exaggerate. See, look, that oh snap is trying to take over. My oh snaps, they try to be helpful, and for the most part they are. Sometimes they're kind of a pain and they get in the way. So I like to exaggerate, go way down so no oh snaps show up. And then I can type in my distance. So I'm gonna copy those down, 0.186. Press enter. Looking good. We're gonna take that smaller circle out, delete it, erase it, and then we're gonna trim. We'll just trim out all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, y'all. Be careful when you're trimming. You don't want any leftover pieces. Looking good, looking good. Trim all of that business out. We don't need this down here. That looks so good. Look at my counter. I've got a countersink and a counter bore, and they are both looking great. So only one more thing to do here, and that is that through hole for the pen. Remember, we have a little hole right here. So the way that I'm going to do that, a couple of ways that I can do it. I could, if I wanted to, draw a line. Oops, let's take it from the top, and I'm going to bring it out. Remember my radius of 2, and then I can come down from there. Oops, I didn't even really have to end that line command. My distance, according to my sketch, is 1.25. I'm just trying to get to wherever this is located. I really didn't need to draw this, I don't think, because remember this, that takes me to that quadrant, and that's exactly where the endpoint, you know, of this line meets that arc. So I really could have just not drawn that line and just drawn this one's, taking it from that endpoint right there. But whatever, it's fine. I enter for ISO circle. I'm going to put in my ISO circle here, and we'll start it at this endpoint. F5, looking good. So this is my ISO left circle, and I'm going to have a diameter 0.55. You're done, right? No, we have one more thing to do. When this is drilled through, I suspect when we're looking through this hole, we might see a tiny little peak of this hole right here. So what we're going to do to check and see, we're going to come back over here, and we're going to come all the way over here, and we're going to take a distance. We're going to measure from endpoint to where we would see it in here. So that hole that's being drilled through here to where we would actually see that hole. So let's go to right here, 0.267 or 2.6788. Let's see what this does. Yeah, see how it's just sneaking through? Oh my gosh, I forgot it already. This is what happens. I get to talking and I forget. 2.6788. Pan over, copy this, back, 2.6788. Was that right? Look, you can barely tell it. You can barely see it, but it's definitely there. So we're going to trim, and you've got it. So you're just seeing it kind of peeking through right there. Yeah, that's it. So we've got those drawn. This is looking great. So we've got almost everything drawn with this. We're going to come back and do, in the next video, we're going to do this little cutout that you see here. And then we will be done with the base. From there, we'll move on and do the pin, and then we'll move on and we'll do the cleat. So yeah, join me in the next video and we'll do this little cutout, and then we'll be done with that, the little base.